NPSL action here at Skyline High School. Fans, thank you very much for joining us. I'm your host, Michael Kruzma. It is AFC Ann Arbor taking on Kalamazoo FC. NPSL action here on a sunny Friday evening. Very happy to have you along here with us as we take a look at the first place team, currently sitting fifth for Kalamazoo FC, the visitors here this evening. We'll take you through the lineup from Coach Rudland's men. Mike Novotny starting in goal. Typical 4-3-3 formation for AFC Ann Arbor. Back four, Moko Watson alongside Jack Cawley. The center back pairing here for this evening. Wide backs Stephen Turnbull and Serchan Jihan. In the middle of the field, we have the dynamic trio, Serge Gamwanya, Mark Ibarra, and Michael Shakely. Fans, as we look up towards the front three, you have Jordan Montoya, a man who's been in some great form, alongside AZ Azad Liadi. Finally, the goal scorer at last weekend's match against Detroit City, the game winner, Chris Odiambo, rounding out the side for AFC Ann Arbor. We are all set here and just about to get things underway. Should be a good one. Kalamazoo coming off a tough loss at home in this past matchup, 3-2 against Grand Rapids. They will be looking to bounce back and try and get some points here on the road as they progress in their season. AFC looking to do the same, continue to hold on to that strong first place position in the Great Lakes Western Conference. Fans, it's superhero and soccer star night here at Skyline. It's a big opportunity for fans, particularly our youth fans, to come out here and show their support, possibly win themselves something special. We are all set. It looks like it will be Kalamazoo FC kicking things off here. Starting in purple, they will be playing from right to left for this first half. AFC Ann Arbor debuting the sky blue Capelli sports kits, playing from left to right. Fans, this one should be a good one. We are underway at Skyline. Right away, we do see the men press out here a little bit, looking to put on some early pressure in that Kalamazoo back line. It was a 0-0 result on the road. No goals conceded, no goals scored, of course, for AFC. Certainly a tough matchup, and it will be what the men are expecting here tonight. So you see Moko Watson and Jack Cawley now on the ball early on. As Cawley looks down the left side for Montoya. Ball cleared into touch. It'll be an early throw-in. Well, it was an impressive performance from the Mighty Oak this past weekend at Detroit City. Again, it was Azad Liadi and Chris Odiambo linking up, coming down the right-hand side. We will be, of course, keeping our eyes on the channels throughout this match. A lot of pace for Coach Rudland in the team when you look between his wingbacks and more traditional wing players, Liadi and Odiambo. Of course, Serchan Jihan at left back and Stephen Turnbull at right back, both enjoying some successful spells in the starting 11. Liadi getting involved. Strong challenge there. Looks like it's off him last, though. As Montoya sees the ball picked off his toe. Now it's Ibarra. Finds Gamwanya, dropping a little deeper. Again, we've touched on it previous matches. Coach Rudland loves the fluidity in this side. Likes versatile players who can fill different roles when needed and when called upon. Again, you traditionally expect, for example, Mark Ibarra to sit back and play that holding midfield role. We've already seen Ibarra, Gamwanya, and Shakely all pick the ball up relatively deep. Now it's Odiambo giving chase. Showing off the speed there down the left. He gets in and wins the ball cleanly. Nice little back heel there from Montoya. To the top of the box for Gamwanya. He looks for the hit. It's deflected. Only as far as Turnbull now. Inside for Shakely. Now it's Ibarra. A nice 1-2 with Serchan Jihan. Right idea, wrong execution in that instance as Shakely steps in to win. Now the Mighty Oak look to break. It's Odiambo coming down on the right. He'll cut it back. Lays it off for Liotti. The cross into the box. It's a good one. Gamwanya was there. Now Shakely getting involved in the aerial duel. And Liotti gives away a free kick with the nudge there. Again, very clear directive from AFC starting this one off. Attack, attack seems to be the message to the men here this evening. And when you're at home in front of the home support, certainly what the fans want to see. As it stands, just 2 goals conceded in league play for the Mighty Oak, following a near 500-minute spell of no goals conceded for Novotny. Novotny not starting in some of the early preseason and other matches, and in the end came into the side and absolutely has earned his place time and again. What's been most impressive about his performances is he's had large swaths of these matches where he's not been called upon at all until he is suddenly and unexpectedly, and he has been a rock at the back. Coach Rudland certainly putting a lot of trust in him, as well as his center back pairings, of which he's had a few. Tonight it is Watson and Cawley. Both were involved at Detroit City this past weekend. Loco Watson coming on as a substitute in that match. Certainly is a danger in the air, likes to break things up, does Watson. Ball was off of Cawley last there on the far side of the pitch. Gamwanya and Montoya doing well. Little pressure here now from the visitors as Ibarra drops it all the way back for Novotny. And he'll look down the right side to no one in particular there, just trying to clear the danger, and he does so successfully. Throw in for Kalamazoo. Turnbull stepping in nicely. Now it's Watson finding Odiambo. He's looking for Montoya. Pass was read and intercepted though. Again, Kalamazoo looking to relieve a little bit of pressure here. It's going to be tough all evening for them with Gamwanya and Shakely, Ibarra all putting pressure on in the middle of the field. As Liotti gets into a tangle there with Nicholas King. Both went down, no foul though. Play goes on, and Gamwanya and Montoya not on the same page. Very high press here from AFC early on. Opening 6 minutes or so at Skyline. Looking for the big switch there. Novotny wise to it, no trouble as he comes to gather with his feet. Paul Liagre playing on the left for Kalamazoo. Misplaced on that pass. Now it's Watson. He and Turnbull forming a nice partnership along the right side. Kalamazoo coming back the other way now, as it's Cawley back to defend. He had tried to shield that one out of play. In the end, it is off Cawley last. And Kalamazoo have the first corner of the evening. Well, good opportunity, especially when you're on the road. You always want to try and capitalize on set pieces. Kalamazoo do have a bit of height in their team. Mighty Oak unusually so. Average height must be around 6 feet at the moment with the lineup that's out there. We have Gamwanya and Odiambo, two of the shorter players. Corner comes in here. Watson clears. Top of the box is Odiambo. Back into the mix from Kalamazoo. Novotny reading it. Strong grab from the keeper. He looks to unleash Ibarra coming down the right, and he's going to find him with the toss. Now Ibarra thought about the big switch. Execution leaves Montoya wanting a little bit down the left side. Good thought from Ibarra. Got his head up early. Just couldn't pick out the right pass as Watson intercepts and does find Montoya now on the left. Gamwanya in the middle for Ibarra. Now it's Shakely back to Ibarra. Not quite on the same page there, but Gamwanya gets back in to win. Ref says no foul. You see that shape and structure really very evident when the Mighty Oak are not in possession. Everybody shifts forward and the lines really start to form, and at the moment you see it's almost a two at the back formation with just Watson and Cauley left. And Shakely tucks in. He will find Cauley now. Cauley looks for the long ball to Turnbull down the right side. He does find him. Stephen Turnbull with a nice turn away from the defender. Cross coming into the box with the right foot. It's over everyone. Good play from the right back, Stephen Turnbull. Good opportunity for the Mighty Oak. Clearly on the front foot here every time in possession. Throw and taken. And the pressure stays on from Liati and Odiambo. So too Ibarra forcing a throw in there. Coach Rudlin will be happy with that. The tactics certainly paying dividends early on, trying to force the visitors into a few mistakes. They've done so successfully a couple times this evening already. Watson drops back for Novotny. Now it's Ibarra. In the middle for Shakely. And again, we've seen this time and again. Mighty Oak very possession-oriented this season, very comfortable on the ball. Serchan Chihan will take this throw in, dropping it back for Shakely. Now Watson into the mix for Liati. Giveaway there as Kalamazoo look to break. Liati does the defensive work to try and clean it up. In the end, it's Cauley who gets it clear. Serge Gamwanya thought about keeping it in play, but in the end, it's a little too long for him. It will be a throw-in for Kalamazoo. So we see there in the middle of the field, Moko Watson coming up a little sore. After that challenge in the middle. Kalamazoo with some numbers forward now, 5 in and around the box. I touched on it a little earlier. The set pieces certainly will be important for Kalamazoo FC this evening. Odiambo wins a free kick. Or was it offside? Either way, possession goes back to AFC here. Watson into the middle. Now Jihan. Saw a very similar concept and shape from the Mighty Oak against Milwaukee. Really trying to drag their opponents around the pitch and tire them out in the first half. And maybe strike on the counter. What? Or at the very least by coming down the wings and trying to enjoy some of that space. Adding the extra man on either side.
You're right on this one.
Cauley looking into the middle for Ibarra. Now Shakely, looking long down the right side for Turnbull. Turnbull wanted the corner there. Linesman says no. It is a goal kick now. But that was a good opportunity Michael Shakely with the long 40-yard ball. Trying to find Stephen Turnbull again. Like we mentioned, coming down and adding an extra man in the attack. Always trying to shake things up a little bit and keep the defenders on their toes. Nice flick on there from Odiambo. Montoya with the deflection. He'll win the ball. And in the end, it is a throw-in for AFC over on that far side. A lot of back and forth here in the opening 13 and a half minutes at Skyline. Now you see Shakely driving through the middle of the field. He'll find Odiambo. Continued his run. Gamwanya trying to find him. Looking to the back post as Turnbull steps in. Now it's Odiambo in the box. Odiambo with the shot. Good effort from about 18 yards out from Chris Odiambo, and that wasn't that far away. You always want to capitalize on those chances, and the form that Odiambo's been in, you would have bet on him to hit the target. Positive sign early. Odiambo certainly likes to play more centrally and try and have a shot when possible. That was a good opportunity for the Mighty Oak to take the lead. Ibarra now wins the header. Shakely over to Gamwanya. Now it's Jihan coming down the left. He'll cut it back. And again, Gamwanya. Looks into the middle for Shakely. Now Turnbull onto the right. Back into the middle. Nice bit of possession here. Here's Cawley. Finding Shakely. Now Liati linking up with Turnbull. As the defender slips there and Shakely goes away. Now it's Gamwanya in for Shakely. Nice link up with Montoya. Final ball wasn't quite enough. It's only as far as Turnbull. In for Shakely. He'll find Liati. Now Turnbull. Looking to cut it back. It's cleared away. Cawley all alone with a strong header back into the box. Gamwanya settles it down for Ibarra. Mighty Oak all over the ball at this moment here. And it looks like it was Serchan Jihan who left a stud in there. It'll be a free kick for Kalamazoo. They'll be thankful to release some of that pressure. Good couple of minutes for the Mighty Oak. Coach Rudlin will be happy and want more of the same. 0-0. Odiambo with the only real scoring chance so far. Effort right around the top of the box. Just went flashing over. Referee in the right position there to see that foul. Kalamazoo player jumped all over the back of Serge Gamwanya. Free kick taken short. Here's Mark Ibarra. Well, fans, there are a few other NPSL matches. We will keep you updated throughout the evening as we have score updates. Try and give you a live look at the table and what's going on around the league. It's a free kick here, right around 45 yards out or so. It's Gamwanya over it. Gamwanya, who scored against Milwaukee from a set piece. Cawley and Shakely trying to link up in the box there. Cawley's going to leave this one for Montoya as Jihan comes in. First time ball into the box, doesn't find anybody. Ibarra and Gamwanya got in each other's way there a little bit. Kalamazoo coming away with it, trying to get some numbers forward. They have 4 at the moment. Ball was coming out to the left side, but Turnbull reads it. Nice interception there. As the defender tucks back in to win the ball. Kalamazoo are behind the defense here. And the linesman on the far side. Rules for offsides. Good bit of interplay there from the visitors to get in behind Cauley and Watson. In the end, not enough. Not quite sharp enough. The two reading it well and making the step when necessary to drag Paul Liagre offside. Long ball from Cauley, a little too long there. Falls into Elijah Michaels' hands quite comfortably. Jihan in a physical challenge there. No foul. Now Kalamazoo looking to work down the left side. Here is Liagre. Turnbull reads it and clears very well. Nice work from the right back. Now it's Gamwanya on it. Liadi looking out to the left side, trying to find Montoya. He'll keep it in play. Jihan on the overlap. Now Montoya driving into the middle. Turnbull called upon again there. As Jihan tucks back in, he'll win the ball. Shakley with a nice touch away from the defender. Now the Mighty Oak have some numbers going forward. It is still Shakley. Looking for Montoya. Forced out wide. Montoya with the ball on his left, looking for the cross. It's deflected. Ibarra holding off his defender and settling for Jihan. Now it's Gamwanya coming away with it. And Gamwanya is going to play this one into touch. Unclear exactly what happened, but it looks like Watson is still feeling the effects of something from earlier on.
After the match, be sure to check out the post-match group and stand the Mighty Oak Veterans Roll. Demonstrating shuffleboard and massive arcade and all the new means it's a little something for everyone in the family.
Fans, it looks like we're going to have a short break here as Watson will see his evening come to an end. Very unfortunate to see Moko Watson have to leave with injury. And it looks like it's going to be Breno filling in for the remainder of the evening. Change is made there. It's Breno Stapczynskis coming into the mix, replacing Moko Watson, leaving with injury. Fans, as we return to the action, we'd like to welcome onto the broadcast and into the booth a writer for local soccer blog, Midfield Press. Guy loves a good back heel. Fletcher, thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course, it is our pleasure. About 21 minutes in. Fletch, what are you seeing so far from the Mighty Oak and from Kalamazoo?
This game right now could go either way. I see Mighty Oak having a lot more possession, which has kind of been the story this whole season. I know Kalamazoo possesses some pieces going forward, specifically number 29 right there, Liagre. Very great on the ball, very great getting people integrated into the offense, but as long as you hold on to the ball, he can't do anything, obviously. So
far, Turnbull and Co. have certainly kept him at bay. Jihan with the throw-in. He was looking for that first-time left-footed cross. He's been successful on a number of occasions with this season. That one was wayward. It will be a goal kick for Elijah Michaels. Or rather, is it a foul throw-in perhaps there? Unclear quite what happened. Maybe a ball had ran out of play. Either way, it's Kalamazoo's possession now. Ibarra not happy with giving away that free kick. Well, Fletch, we've got a moment. World Cup play, of course, kicking off this past week. A couple of crazy matches. What do you like so far? Who's surprised you? Who's underperformed? And what do you got coming up for this weekend?
I got a feel for Morocco because no one wants to lose on an own goal. That's not even on a regular game, but this is one of the biggest games of the tournament of the year, and probably their careers. No one wants to give up an own goal. It's terrible.
Novotny comes out there. Certainly, fans, if you weren't able to watch that one, it was a bitter end for Morocco in their first group stage game, losing on an own goal in the 93rd minute or so against Iran, who Iran amazingly currently topping Group B after a 3-3 draw between Spain and Portugal a little later on.
Yeah, no one. If you'd put money on the table and said Iran will be up top at all, I would have said probably because no one has any points yet. So good for them, though. I mean, you can't take anything away from that because even if you're on top for a little bit, that's still something. There are a lot of teams that aren't even there, so they can't even comment on that. So
certainly is a good position for them. Jihan moving down the left now. Montoya trying to find him. He will do. Serjan Jihan, certainly we've seen him on a number of occasions trying to get a cross in early with that left foot of his, the German. In this case, it's not a corner. It's a deep throw in. Looks like he will be taking it again. And you see Mighty Oak with, as it stands, 4 in and around, maybe 5 in and around the box. You get Ibarra holding back. Shakely now inching his way forward. Jihan instead goes for Gamwanya. He and Montoya mixed signals there.
Yeah, so far Ann Arbor has one of my unsung heroes. I've been putting together different rosters for people overperforming, people underperforming, people that have just surprised. Novotny's been my MVP of the season. Because honestly, I know I wrote something before. I had Tommaso as a keeper. I know Tommaso got hurt. I know Joe Smith got hurt. And not that they were panicking, but it was still like, hey, what's going to happen next? And he stepped up and played wonderfully in net. Gone from who's that guy to make sure you make him have to save a ball. So that's like a diamond in the rough find for AFC. It's really great for them.
Certainly is a testament to Novotny's skill this season. As you mentioned, we touched on it a little earlier in the broadcast. Wasn't really a part of the plans. There were some strong goalkeeping options as Liati takes a hit. It's well over on that occasion. Unusual from Liati. He'll want that one back. Like we were saying, a couple of strong goalkeeping options for the Mighty Oak early on, but in the end, it was Novotny who almost by default at the beginning had to start, and in the end, within just a few short moments of his first match in the side, was clearly making his case for why he should stick around in that starting position, and he certainly has done so, and done so with nothing but the best performances so far. Again, Fletch, only 2 goals allowed this season in NPSL play for Novotny. He's been outstanding.
Yeah, no, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I know for Midfield Press, the NPSL lets us vote. Typically, he's usually one of my picks for goalie because it's very hard to argue. Even if he gives up a chance, gives up a goal for the season, he'll then have a stellar shutout game the next, and it's hard to argue against that. And honestly, in this league, I've watched the NPSL for I think now 6-7 years. The teams that are really great are the teams that build from the back. You have a lot of teams that are great going forward, but when it gets to these games where it's 0-0, they're usually the one who gives up a goal. So it's great to no matter how many years, whether it's year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, etc., to have a goalie back there who can protect your net, you'll win a lot of games.
Certainly that extends to the center backs as well. Again, it was something we mentioned a little earlier on that Coach Rudland has a lot of trust in the spine of his team, be it in midfield between the current 3 of Gamwanya and Shakely and Ibarra, or the back 2 of Cawley and Watson, or Cawley and Breno. Also seen, of course, Frenchie, the captain, who has returned this week and is not currently on the field, but may see some action as we move forward in this season for sure. certainly expect him to get back in. Again, Sergio Campbell, another option, is back to fit. So a lot of options for Coach Rudlin, and you can tell the trust is there when you play pushing your wing backs up. You need to trust the guys at the back, especially the keeper and the 2 center backs, and it certainly seems like he does.
Yeah, speaking of Cauley, too, I saw some highlights of him before he came over. I even read some articles where I gave him the nickname I gave him, Taxi Man, because 1, he drives a taxi, but 2, he seems to park it back there and no one's going to be able to do anything about it. But his feet are way better than I expected. Like, he gets the ball back there and he gets it out. I know, speaking to the last game they played against Detroit City, he had that long free kick. And typically you'd hope a midfielder, maybe a forward, takes that. He put that on frame. And honestly, if Pena of Detroit City had not been paying attention, that's in the net. That's quickly in the net. So it's a lot of trust it's a lot of trust and a lot of help for your team when you can put your center back to take a free.
Gamwanya through for Montoya. Oh, Montoya was offside. Good link-up play.
Totally. But it's a lot of trust in your team, and Coach Rudlin has that when you can take your center back and have him take a free kick, and it just pushes it. It puts so much pressure on the other team's defense because now they all have to go back. If they don't, it leaves pockets, put it on frame and score, or distribute it to somebody, and that's great.
A guy we also haven't mentioned so far, of course, has been an outstanding player for the Mighty Oak. Getting a little rest this evening, Stanley Akumu at the back was everywhere against Detroit City and has certainly been another critical component of the Mighty Oak defense and in keeping so many clean sheets here throughout the early part of the season.
He's just so long. Like, he's so long and he's so quick. Like, if you were on FIFA making your little creative player, like, you would make a center back just like that. Someone who's quick, someone who's long, gets their foot on everything.
Similar to Cauley, very surprising at his size, how athletic, how quick he is. He reads the game extremely well, and like you said, his feet are just both left or right-footed. He's an extremely talented player as Liotti takes a shot, wins a corner in the end. It was deflected out, and it looks like it will be Liotti to take this one. Hoping to put a ball into the mix and try and test Elijah Michaels in net for Kalamazoo. As you see, a couple of players milling around a little bit farther out. Maybe some late runners. As you see Gamwanya and Turnbull getting in. It's 5 in the box now for the Mighty Oak. Liotti to take. Ball goes to the back post looking for Cauley. He rises well. Referee saw something he didn't like though. Free kick. Certainly one of Cauley's strengths. He's in the air. Stands at around 6'3" or so and is a very strong player up top. Loves to get into a aerial challenge and win a header, as evidenced on a couple of different moments here throughout this match this evening. Well, we're 30 minutes in here at Skyline. It is still scoreless between AFC Ann Arbor and Kalamazoo FC. So far it's been the Mighty Oak with the majority of the possession and a few chances. One came closest from Chris Odiambo. Now it's Turnbull coming down the right side with some green in front of him. Cross with the right foot towards the back post. He's looking for Odiambo. Michaels was wise to it.
What a great cross. What a great cross.
Certainly has been one of Stephen Turnbull's most positive signs throughout this season, has been his ability to get into those positions and put a dangerous ball into the mix. Now it's Liotti stepping in to win. Thought about the shot. He'll take it past to Liotti. What a goal. AZ Liotti putting AFC Ann Arbor up 1-0 as he poses for the camera there. And why not? Liotti beats 2 or 3 defenders, leaving Elijah Michaels stunned in net. No chance to stop that one.
Yeah, that's as I've noticed from watching him from this season, that's something he possesses. He's so quick. If he gets 1 or 2 little inches on you, he's gone. And as we just saw, you give him a bit of daylight, you give him a chance to shoot, he's going to put it in the back of the net.
Liotti, a quiet night so far, but again, important for Coach Rudlin is a side that has a bunch of men who can absolutely deliver when called upon, as Liotti showed there. Expert skill to dance around 3 defenders before burying it in the back of the net. It's 1-0 here at Skyline, and boy, do the fans like that one. Kalamazoo looking to hit back early. Try and get back into this one. Little pressure here now. Between Ibarra and Shakely, the ball is clear. And now the Mighty Oak can break. It's Ibarra coming through the middle with Odiambo on the left. He'll use him. Odiambo. He'll cut it back. In for Shakely. Shakely! It's in. Michael Shakely. It's 2-0 AFC Ann Arbor at Skyline High. What a finish from Michael Shakely. Odiambo doing brilliantly well to find him. And in the space of 2 minutes or so, AFC go from 0-0 to 2-0.
Yeah, I think that's 4 or 5 straight given goals for Kalamazoo FC in the last 2 games. They look kind of broken, which is, you never want to count a team out too early. But given how they finished last game, they had a very big letdown against Grand Rapids FC, losing 3-2. They look like they have their head down, and it's awful to see, but it's great for Ann Arbor because that means it's time to pounce on them.
Certainly understandable, like you mentioned. Tough loss at home to Grand Rapids, and now 2 goals in 2 minutes against the Mighty Oak. We'll certainly keep our eyes on how Kalamazoo try to respond as Montoya, doing work down the left, dances away from his defender there. Here is Montoya looking for another shot from Montoya. Deflected, and now Kalamazoo trying to hit the gas a little bit here. Ball past everybody as Novotny will settle it down comfortably. Fletch, how does the game change now for AFC in terms of the plan moving forward, if at all?
Honestly, the thing I like about Coach Redlin is he has his players play a disciplined way. It's not, if they need to chase a goal,
comes in,
they can chase a goal. If not, they don't need to. Right now they don't, so they can just pack it in and proceed to get the possession numbers up, proceed to get the passes in, get them moving around. And of course, after a while, maybe 60, 70 minutes in, if it stays the same, Kalamazoo's going to start chasing the game. If they start chasing the game, it just leaves holes open for them to pick them apart. And they've shown that they have the midfielders and the defenders, even some of the forwards who can lay the ball out for someone to get in the back of the net. So it makes the game easier for them, makes the game a lot harder for Kalamazoo.
Especially in a match where we've seen Mighty Oak really dominant in possession so far. Of course, it will be difficult, and now Kalamazoo will really have to start to try and put a few men going forward, which inevitably is going to lead to some space at the back as well. And the last thing you'll want as Kalamazoo is to open yourself up too much and really let the floodgates open against a very dangerous side going forward in AFC Ann Arbor. Now it's Ibarra. Looks like he will get there. Ibarra on the left side. Muscled off the ball. And in the end, he's won a corner. Well done from Ibarra. Defender wasn't able to keep it in play and take it away from him. Liotti over to take now. As we see again, right around 5 in the box for the Mighty Oak. 4 at the moment with Odiambo and now Ibarra heading towards the edge. Ball comes in from Liotti. It's Cawley. In the end, it was Breno. His header goes wide.
Back to Cawley, though, it just shows the respect that the team has and the coach has for him. I know this is his first year, and albeit he's kind of one of the senior members on the roster so far, but the fact that they can give him the armband and he's like shown to be like an exact true leader, like just kind of take the energy of the team. So when Brame is not able to go or someone else is not able to go, they can get the armband on someone who will be able to help and command and give proper instruction to the team. Because you give the armband to the wrong person, it can really mess your season up. So that's great on him to him not, I guess, impose his will, but to show that, he knows what he's talking about.
Certainly a natural leader for the Mighty Oak, just in terms of his style of play. Off field, his personality, strong connections with everybody in the team, and certainly has settled in here in Ann Arbor quite nicely. Breno looking inside for Odiambo. Couldn't sort his feet out there. Serchan Jihan steps in. Now you see the Mighty Oak more comfortable in possession. Nice quick play from Ibarra. Back to Cauley. And you see Kalamazoo really trying to pack the numbers in and not allow AFC to play between the lines any more than they have done already. Here's Turnbull. Looking for Liotti. Couldn't find him. All the way back for Breno. Defender lurking. He'll just drop it back for Novotny. And again, you see the confidence in Novotny's feet as well. Certainly there. Necessary in this style of play. To have a keeper with very comfortable feeling with the ball at his feet. And Novotny certainly seems to fit that mold. Here's Turnbull.
In number 12 for Kalamazoo, Sailor. He's someone else you might want to watch. Right now, of course, they're not on the ball, so not as much. But he's, by my count, he's their leading scorer with 4. So right now, AFC Ann Arbor seems to be doing fine, but you don't want to give him any chances. So like, if they can continue to keep the ball in this half, keep the pressure on, taking shots like that, he's not going to be able to get comfortable. And I guess to a degree, somewhat of a bit of respect when they go in these corner kicks. They leave 3 or 4 back just to make sure he's not by himself, which is, I guess, how you can afford to do that when you're up 2-0 this early. So
certainly can, and as you mentioned, he will be one of the danger men that Cauley and Breno, the entire Mighty Oak lineup, will certainly be aware of and will have prepared for this week. Again, very aware from the recent matchup in Kalamazoo that finished 0-0. This is certainly a team that can defend when they have to and can grind out a result. Mighty Oak won't want to give any opportunities away to them to let them back into this one at home. Liotti getting back, winning a throw in well. Now Shakely trying to find Liotti. He was under pressure though. Turnbull. Turnbull's been active so far this evening.
And in some other news, if that matters at all, Grand Rapids is currently down 1-0. One of my picks for my team of the year, Damani Kamara for Columbus, put them up 1-0 in the 3rd minute. So
certainly important to keep aware of what's happening around the league. We appreciate it, Fletch, as the ball is going to fall through. Now it's 1-on-3. Gamwanya looking for Montoya. It's Montoya to bury it. It's 3-0 AFC Ann Arbor. Jordan Montoya back in the goals. Fantastic ball from Gamwanya. He looked up, saw he had numbers going forward, rolled it into the path of Montoya, and the Canadian made no mistake about it. Excellent finish from Jordan Montoya.
Yeah, if this is FIFA, I'm flipping my system. I'm done playing for the day. Game's
Calling
over.
it quits.
Game's over. I don't. Let's hit reset and try this again.
Certainly going into the second half, you'd have to imagine that the game plan will be let's reset for Kalamazoo and try and start things over and start with a fresh half and just win the half.
I mean, at this point, they obviously don't know what the score of the Grand Rapids game is, but at this point, you have to realize, like, if they want to try to make a press for the postseason, they are going to start throwing everything forward. So AFC Ann Arbor is going to have to be ready for a lot of offensive pressure to come up. And like they showed here, when the pressure showed up, they just held the ball, got it to the side, got it to the middle, got it back out, and put the ball in the net. Just staying calm when you see 4 or 5 people try to bring the ball up. And you do that, you will add on more goals.
Certainly the goal differential will potentially play a role in how Kalamazoo have to approach the second half. Like you mentioned, if the postseason is on their horizon, things will have to change in a hurry here as we are into the final 3 or so minutes. Of course, stoppage time coming, presumably a little bit of it, for 3 goals for AFC in the first half. 3 goals from 3 different goal scorers. And again, certainly speaking to the production and the ability in this side. Great ball with the outside of the boot from Turnbull to find Odhiambo on the right side. Swept clear. It'll be a throw-in for AFC. You have Montoya, Shakely, and Liotti, the goal scorers here in this one. Production from all over the field. Turnbull finds the goal scorer Liotti now. His ball to the back post, looking for Montoya, is a little long. It's going to run out of play, and Elijah Michaels will take the goal kick here for Kalamazoo. Well, it was a strong opening half hour from the visitors. Looked like more of the same from the 2 meeting earlier on this season. That goalless draw in Kalamazoo, but in the end, it was the final 15 minutes that really have been the difference here. AFC certainly turning on the gas and really putting the pressure on. Now it's Shakely coming through the middle. He decides to go wide for Liotti. Liotti keeps it in play and wins a throw-in. And he'll leave this one for Stephen Turnbull to take. Barra makes himself available. In the end, he goes towards the end line for Odhiambo, who is there. It's cleared away. It's another deep throw-in for AFC. Turnbull gets it back and wins a corner. It will be Liotti to take. No particular hurry now. As it stands, it is 3-0 for AFC Ann Arbor. Looking to maybe add a 4th here as we approach halftime. Liotti plays this one in. Elijah Michaels with a strong jump to get up and gather that one. Looking to set his team away. Ibarra back far enough. He'll bring it back down and roll it into the path of Breno. Now Liotti's going to get on the end of this one and come away from 2 defenders.
So fast.
Brilliant play from Liotti. Now Shakely linking up with Gamwanya. Shakely going to the left for Montoya. Great interplay there. Now it's Odhiambo with a touch away. Shot comes in from Shakely. He's got 2. Michael Shakely adds the 4th in first half stoppage time. Excellent play from AFC Ann Arbor, and Kalamazoo are on their heels, conceding a 4th. Absolutely dominant from Eric Rudland's AFC Ann Arbor side. It's Michael Shakely adding his 2nd.
You know, that's some determination by Odhiambo. I mean, he took the ball, obviously looked like he was trying to go for a shot, got the ball to a teammate who kept the play going, put the ball in the net. That's why you play to the whistle, especially if you're down 3-0, because you'll be down 4-0 real soon.
Michael Shakely absolutely capitalizing there. AFC are rolling here at Skyline. And Fletch, if you're Kalamazoo, do you look to the substitutes bench? What do you change to try and stop the bleeding here?
Honestly, I'm not totally certain. I know you want to try to get some more attacking players on there, but obviously it's shown the more you keep putting pressure up, the more Ann Arbor gets behind you and exploits it.
Shot comes in.
If you're trying to preserve your season, put some more attacking players on, run the risk of giving up maybe 2 or 3 more goals. If you're just trying to preserve today, maybe take out a few players who are tired in the middle, put some more defensive players in there, you just try to keep it 4-0. It really is up to what the coach is trying to do. Personally, I would just throw everyone forward. At this point, it's whatever. You're going to try to get as many goals as you can, and just if you're going to lose, try to at least lose 4-1, 4-2, as opposed to 7-0. So
Fletch, thank you very much for joining us. We absolutely appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Fans, it is halftime here at Skyline High. AFC Ann Arbor 4, thanks to goals from Azad Liadi starting things off. Michael Shakely burying one from the top of the box. Jordan Montoya adding a third from the left side. And Shakely grabbing his brace in stoppage time. It's 4-0, AFC Ann Arbor. Kalamazoo going to need to look to find a way back into this one in the second half. Stick around. We will be back here at Skyline. AFC Ann Arbor 4, Kalamazoo FC 0.
like to thank these.
Shaky Jake. Fans, we are back here at Skyline High. If you are joining us now, it is 4-0 AFC Ann Arbor. Very strong first half from the Mighty Oak. Michael Shakely with 2 goals. Jordan Montoya getting 1. Azad Liati opening the scoring, beating 3 defenders before slamming the ball past Elijah Michaels in net for Kalamazoo. Kalamazoo are going to need to change some things, not just personnel, but tactically as well, and try and shore up their defense and hopefully find a way back if you're Kalamazoo. For the Mighty Oak, more of the same will be the message from head coach and sporting director Eric Rudland. The full array of attacking talents on display here. Second half underway thanks to Odiambo. All the way back for Cawley, and Mighty Oak picking up where they left off in possession. Here's Breno looking long. Finds the feet of Odiambo. He tried to lay it off for Turnbull, but Turnbull was scampering away down the right wing. Liati wins the header. He'll find Odiambo in the middle. Now it's Shakely. Touch away from his defender. Keeps possession. Now Jihan. Montoya decides to go all the way back for Novotny. And they'll switch the point of attack back out to the right side now. Here's Breno. Looking long, goes short for Turnbull. Excellent half all around. Things very even between the two sides for the opening half hour. And in that final 15 minutes, this match exploded into life for the home side. Wearing the sky blue Capelli sports kits. Debuting that kit here are the Mighty Oak. Certainly a fan favorite, very popular. Now it's Montoya. Wins the throw-in. Excellent first half from Montoya. Didn't see a ton of the ball, but when he did, he certainly was dangerous with it. And an excellent presence of mind from Montoya to just clip the ball over the keeper to add a third for AFC. Now it's Shakely. The man sitting on a hat trick. As Ibarra tries to get stuck in there in the middle. Ball coming through to the left. No offside call. Kalamazoo on the move. Looking to square to the top of the box, but it's Gamwanya, and now Liati coming away with it. Cleaning up that one, and that was a good chance for Kalamazoo to get back into the game. Certainly, it all starts with one goal. On that occasion, they couldn't find it. Well, it's been all sunshine here in Ann Arbor this Friday evening. Certainly feels very sunny from where Coach Rudlin is sitting. 4-0. Not their biggest advantage in a match this season. Fans, you may remember the 6-0 mauling of FC Indiana earlier on in Indiana this season. They all count for just 3 points, but of course goal difference potentially comes into play later on, so you can expect, at least for the opening part of this second half, that Coach Rudlin will keep his foot firmly on the pedal and try and maybe add a couple more. Pressure coming from Ibarra and Odiambo. Michael's forced to go long there. Looking down the left side. In the end, it was off the head of Paul Liagre. And Serchan Jihan will take the throw-in for AFC. Finds Ibarra in the middle. Kamwanya out of pressure now for Breno. Breno in for Turnbull. Nice touch inside from the right back. Lays it off for Liati. Cross coming into the middle, finding Odiambo. Just couldn't get his feet set for it. Great cross from Azad Liati. And that could have been 5. Chris Odiambo certainly wants to get a goal here. Strikers are always hungry, and especially when the goals start to add up. Everybody feels like they can score. Ball bounced about chest height for Odiambo, and he just couldn't sort his feet out in time to get an effort on target as Elijah Michaels came out to gather. Here's Cawley. Not had too much to do tonight. Jack Cawley, the captain. as Breno gets away from his defender and finds Odiambo in some space in the middle. Too much space if you're Kalamazoo. Now Ibarra looking out to the left for Montoya. Clips the ball out, and Montoya not able to keep it in play. Good move. But again, if you are Kalamazoo in that position, you can't afford the front line of AFC or anybody in the middle of the field to have 10, 12 yards around them to operate in. AFC just too dangerous, as we saw on a number of occasions in the first half, and a few so far already in this second half. Michael sends it long. It's off Jihan last. So we have a passionate supporter out on the field. Always good to see the Mighty Oak faithful. Throwing for AFC. Liotti hands it off for Turnbull. He'll take this one. Well, fans, if you are interested in paying attention to the other results going on in the NPSL, it is 2-0 for Columbus. They have added a second. Excuse me, I'm getting word here now in the booth that goal was potentially called back. We will keep you updated as we have more concrete information moving forward in the second half. Kamwanya into the middle for Shakely, as he has an effort. Oh, Shakely wanted the hat trick, and so did we. What an effort from Michael Shakely. And Michaels was scrambling there, but the effort wasn't on target. Powerful strike from outside the box with the right foot. The form he's in tonight, you would have put money on that one, nestling in the back of the net. Cauley gets up well to win the header. Referee doesn't like it though. Says it was an arm in the back. Kyle Hernandez for Kalamazoo. Either way, Jack Cauley, certainly not somebody you'd like to meet. 2-3 feet in the air trying to win a header. Ibarra looking to unlock Odiambo. It's off his back as he still gives chase. Great speed from Odiambo, and Michael's forced to play the ball into touch. It's a throw in now for AFC. Montoya thought about taking the throw. In the end, it is Serchan Jihan, and now you see the sky blue shirts of the Mighty Oak starting to get in and around the box. Throw comes in, looking for Odiambo. Tries to turn, it's headed clear. Into the middle, only as far as Cauley. Now Donovan Michael coming back past Cauley. He's in, one-on-one. Breno doing excellently well to get a foot in. It's a corner kick, and boy was that interception needed. Well, it was Donovan Michael making moves down the right-hand side for Kalamazoo. He had taken his touch past Jack Cauley, and Breno jumped over to sweep clear. Danger not away quite yet, though. It is a corner. Mighty Oak with almost everybody back. Kalamazoo needs something here. Ball comes towards the back post, curling away. Two heads end up getting on it. It goes wide of Novotny's goal. Opportunity lost there. Well, Novotny was in the right place on that last effort. Looked like he had the near post covered. In the end, it was Breno who got a foot in and cleared it away. Here is Novotny sending this one long. Header won by Kalamazoo. Good pressure from Donovan Michael, and again it's Breno forced to sweep clear. Of course, we do expect that Kalamazoo have to start trying to claw their way back here Another throw-in. And we do have it confirmed now from the booth. It's 2-0 for Columbus over Grand Rapids. It was Grand Rapids who had actually put one in the back of the net and saw that goal called back. We will certainly keep you apprised of any updates as they come. Meanwhile, it's 4-0 AFC Ann Arbor over Kalamazoo FC here at Skyline as the sun starts to dip down a little lower. Still feels plenty sunny for us, though. Odiambo in for Liotti. Now Turnbull. Here's Ibarra. Very quick passing from the Mighty Oak. 1-2 touches and finding feet of a teammate. Ibarra in that linchpin position. The back of the attack. Now Liotti. Wasn't able to keep it in. You do expect, if the scoreline stays the same, to see a couple of substitutions enter into this one. And right as we say that, we do have a couple happening now. It looks like it's Serge Gamwanya coming off for the Mighty Oak. Zach Boischer entering into the mix. And now Serchan Jihan switches for Jake Rosen. Fans certainly familiar with Jake Rosen in that wide back, wing back position. Looks like Boischer's going to fill in for Gamwanya in the middle. Adding some solidity, getting a couple of fresh legs in the match. Ibarra finds Odiambo, who's onside. And it is here now Rosen, the substitute on the ball. Looks back in for Odiambo. Now Rosen again, in for Ibarra. Ibarra slides one through from Montoya down the left. He'll keep this in play. Montoya dropping back for Rosen. Now it's Shakely. Shakely with a nice long ball out to Turnbull on the right-hand side. Inside for Liotti. Liotti past one. Finds Boischer, who lays it off. Ibarra with the hit. It's deflected. Big deflection there. And it looks like it is going to be a corner kick for AFC. Well, Ibarra certainly seems to be a fan of those bouncing balls that he can hit on the volley. We saw him score a screamer at Milwaukee early on in the first NPSL match of the season. Wanted one there. In the end, it's a corner. Liotti to take it. Corner taken short for Boischer. Now Liotti tries to take it away from his defender and is chopped down. He earns a free kick on the left side of the box for the Mighty Oak. Well, again, good opportunity. Looks like it is a yellow card in the end. Carson Brinks pulling down AZ Liotti there, who's certainly feeling a little sore after that one. He limps away and tries to get in the mix. It looks like it will be Rosen to take. Opportunity for Rosen to put one into the mix. Had an assist from a free kick in a similar position earlier this season. It is Rosen. Falls for Ibarra at the top of the box. He tries the volley. That one's well over. I suppose when it stands at 4-0, it's okay to try and have a hit if you're Ibarra. Especially when you can strike a volley so cleanly as he has done earlier on. Free kick, or goal kick rather, from Elijah Michaels goes long. AFC Ann Arbor back in possession now through Boischer. Picked off his foot though. Now Kalamazoo coming away with it. And again, you see the pace of play certainly increased from Kalamazoo in the second half so far. They really need to move when they have the ball. A half hour remains at Skyline. Carson Brinks was trying to get on the end of it. The shot comes in. It's through the uprights. Doesn't count for 3 here, though. The former AFC player, Dumi Manyangi, trying to put that one on target, was not able to do so, as Novotny watched that sail over his crossbar. Manyangi made his way onto the field in a few matches for AFC. Wasn't a regular, certainly did spend some time with the club. Ball goes out of play here, and it is a throw in deep for AFC. It was headed away from AZ Liati. Turnbull dropping it back. Here's Ibarra into the middle for Shakely with plenty of space. He finds the feet of Odiambo. Gave it away, but won it right back, and then in the end, his pass is misplaced. It'll be a throw-in right in front of the AFC bench. Now Kalamazoo have a free kick. They're going to try and get this one into the box, or close to. Not if Cawley has something to say about it, though. Here's Shakely. High boot there, and the referee doesn't like that one. It's another free kick for Kalamazoo. Of course, you want to be careful about giving away too many set-piece opportunities. This one from a pretty far distance, looking like around 40 yards or so out. Maybe 45. Kalamazoo packing some numbers into the box towards the back post. Again, it's Cawley heading away. Montoya with the pressure gets a foot in, and now Odiambo. He'll get on the end of this one. It's 3-on-3 going forward. Odiambo looking square. Tries to find Shakely in the middle. His touch lets him down a little bit. Cleared as far as Cawley. And again, you see the speed and the danger of the Mighty Oak going forward. In the blink of an eye, you have 3 players streaming forward. Coach Rudlin will certainly be happy to see that. Despite the 4-0 lead, AFC not letting off the gas one bit. Here's Cawley. Now it's Rosen. Rosen away from his defender. He had Montoya try to slide him in. Ibarra picks it up. And it looks like it's ran out of play there. Ball comes into the middle. Rosen tried to get to it. Kalamazoo moving down the left. Ball coming in, looking for Dumi Manyangi. He can't keep it in, though. It's a goal kick. And again, Mighty Oak will be thankful that hasn't been any real danger on goal. The one chance did come in the end. Breno getting back to sweep it clear. So far, no shots on target for the visitors. Cawley plays it square. Now Breno coming away with it. Plenty of room, and he's trying to direct traffic from the back. Into the middle for Boischer. Now Ibarra. We've seen Ibarra in a much more advanced position throughout this one. His added stability by kind of dropping him back deeper and playing in between Breno and Cawley hasn't been needed here tonight. Turnbull trying to keep that one in play. It's going to run out for a goal kick. As we see Kyle Breitmeyer, KB9, preparing to come in for the Mighty Oak. It looks like Paul Liagre for Kalamazoo is going to come off as well. Breitmeyer will have to wait to get into this one. Goal kick taken. as the Kalamazoo striker Donovan Michael was whistled for offside there. Unclear if it will be Liati, Montoya, Odiambo, but certainly you would expect one of those front three players to make way for Kyle Breitmeyer in this one. Now Shakely. Nice pass to find Ibarra. Ibarra on the move, trying to find Liati. Odiambo putting some pressure on Elijah Michaels. Touch goes out of play. From Manyangi, it is a throw-in for AFC, and now it looks like it is AZ Liati coming off. One goal for him tonight, an excellent move. Taking the ball past three defenders before wrong-footing the keeper and slamming it in at the far post. Kyle Breitmeyer will take up a position along the right flank now for the Mighty Oak for the remainder of this one, or at least he'll start there. We know that Coach Redland likes to have some fluidity along the front line. We haven't seen too much of it tonight, but certainly KB9 can play on the right or in the middle, and he has spent a little bit of time out on the left as well this season. Nice pressure from Rosen stepping in there. Ball going down the right wing. Cawley's over to it. Cross into the middle. Breno had to read it and did so well. Now it's Breitmeyer laying it off for Turnbull as the Mighty Oak look to break out. Turnbull tries to play it in back behind the Kalamazoo back line. Odiambo couldn't get there. Elijah Michaels booting that one clear into the stands. It'll be a throw-in around midfield for AFC. Excellent ball in. Looks like Turnbull will take the throw. Goes all the way back. Here is Turnbull again. Great ball over the top. As you see Shakely going down there in the box. He felt he was dragged back, but referee disagrees. And in the end, it's off Turnbull for a Kalamazoo throw and pressure released for the moment. Now Breno. Boisher in for Shakely. Now it's Ibarra taking it away from his defender. Back for Boisher. Mighty Oak on the move down the right. Here is Breitmeyer. Shakely looks out to the left for Montoya in some space. A little too close to Michaels in goal for Kalamazoo as he comes to gather. Fans were into the 70th minute at Skyline. And as it stands, AFC Ann Arbor 4, Kalamazoo FC 0. Jake Rosen all alone will head into the path of Ibarra. Got turned around but won it in the end at the second time of asking. Here's Rosen. Over for Breno, who's been very strong since coming on early as a sub, replacing the injured Moko Watson in the first half. Nice touch from Breno to take it away from the Kalamazoo striker there, Donovan Michael. Here's Jack Cawley. Now Boisher. Again, Mighty Oak certainly just comfortable to pass the ball around, share the love, and try and stretch the Kalamazoo defense out. Maybe find some space in between the lines, as they did frequently in the first half. Not quite keep away, but Kalamazoo have not seen a lot of the ball this evening. Cawley looking long for Montoya down the left. Excellent ball from Cawley, and Montoya does take it down. In the end, it's a throw-in for AFC. Rosen trying to make it happen quickly. Now Rosen to take. Looks like Kalamazoo will be making another change. Before they do, though, it is Mike Novotny coming out. You don't see it too often. However, in this particular instance, it looks like it'll be Nick Berry coming back into the side. Novotny keeping a clean sheet through 70 minutes.
Number 66, Nick Berry. Replacing number 1, Mike Novotny.
Well, very good to see Nick Berry back into the mix. Again, hasn't been needed. Also was dealing with some injury problems, and Novotny took the number 1 spot, and he has done quite a lot with it. Throw-in comes here from Rosen into the middle for Shakely. Shakely finds the feet of Odiambo in front of the net. Odiambo is offside. In the end, Elijah Michaels made a good save on it. The effort that came in from Odiambo. Turnbull trying to win the header. Now Breno. Manyangi coming down the left side, looking to get away from his defender. Long touch there, much too heavy, and Nick Berry gets down and gets on the ball early. No trouble there. Here's Turnbull. Now it's Cawley. Cawley comfortable to go back to Berry. And Berry finds Ibarra in the middle, who looks now for Rosen making a run down the left. A little too long there. Couldn't quite connect. Bad giveaway there as Odiambo returns from an offside position, trying to find Breitmeyer down the right. Still Odiambo. Dropping it back for Mark Ibarra now. Ibarra with time. Linking up with Montoya. Now it's Rosen on the left. Shakely thought about the 1-2 there. Tried to play the ball back for Rosen, but Rosen not on the same page on that occasion. Rosen certainly a player who likes to get forward. Try and get involved in the attack. On that occasion, he was more concerned about staying home and just couldn't link up with Shakely. Michael Shakely, 2 goals this evening, has been excellent in the center of the park for AFC. Ibarra steps in and finds Odiambo. Mighty Oak just content to keep possession, play the ball back all the way to their center backs, and really trying to finish this game off. As we see Kayo in conversation there with Coach Rudland on the sidelines, looking to make an appearance here. It may be Michael Shakely who goes off. We'll have to wait and see. Jack Cawley intercepts there. Cawley now chips it into the middle for Shakely. He and Montoya linking up. As Odiambo looks to get around his defender, and he does so. Now it's Odiambo coming down the left. Montoya's with him. So too is Breitmeyer wide on the right side of the box. Big switch there from Odiambo. Breitmeyer back for Ibarra. Well, the break was on, but again, Mighty Oak very calm and comfortable in possession. Will continue to try and stretch Kalamazoo out. Now Ibarra finds the feet of Odiambo. Here's Breitmeyer. Look for the 1-2. Didn't get it back though. Kalamazoo trying to break, but Rosen and Cawley doing enough to clean it up. Now Cawley comes forward. Cawley finds Montoya going down the left. Montoya was offside. Great to see the attacking pressure from Jack Cawley there. And with 15 minutes remaining, AFC Ann Arbor looking to make a change. It is Kayo coming on, and it looks like it's Michael Shakely. 2 goals from Michael Shakely, both excellent. And with 15 minutes or so left, it looks like Shakely's evening will come to an end. No hat trick for him, but man, what a performance from Michael Shakely. Nice high five there from Coach Rudland for a job well done. Michael Shakely very involved in the Mighty Oak attack. Kayo is on. The Brazilian, certainly a similar player to Shakely. He will fluctuate with Boisher and Ibarra, but Kayo certainly likes to get forward. A little bit of flair to his game. Breitmeyer putting the pressure on there. Ball's out for an AFC throw. Turnbull taking the throw long down the right wing, trying to let Odiambo chase it. In the end, Odiambo does win the ball on the right side. Was crowded off it, but wins it back again well, as Breitmeyer gets fouled there right on the touchline. Kalamazoo player left a boot in, and Breitmeyer certainly felt it. Limps away a little bit, but it looks like he'll be all right. It's a free kick for AFC. 78 minutes gone here. And it looks like it's Turnbull and Ibarra in conversation about who will play this one into the mix. Turnbull leaves it. It is Ibarra. Ibarra with the right foot towards the back post, looking for Kayo. Rises well. In the end, he does win the ball. Now it's Montoya. Montoya looks to go back out to the right side. He finds Turnbull on the halfway line. Turnbull playing it back across for Rosen. Now Rosen. Touch let him down there. In the end, it'll fall for Montoya. Clipping it past his defender nicely. Good skill from Montoya. Now it's Kayo. Ibarra finding Breitmeyer. Here is Kayo. Muscled off the ball in the midfield. Breno and Barry doing enough. In the end, it was off a Kalamazoo player heading the ball. He thought he could keep it in there on the wing, and in the end, Lawan Abari was not able to do so for Kalamazoo. Throw-in comes from Turnbull again, taken long. Odiambo gets his head to it. So too does Kayo. Odiambo has been very active in the front line for the Mighty Oak. Throw-in taken quickly for Breitmeyer, in for Odiambo. Now Kayo. Again, a lot of pressure coming down this right side. Kayo wins another throw-in. Fans, another NPSL update for you. 2-0 still for Columbus against Grand Rapids FC. Grand Rapids will certainly be looking to grab something back in the second half. Not quite as bad as the deficit here for Kalamazoo. It is 4-0 AFC Ann Arbor with about 10 minutes left to play at Skyline. Jack Cawley rises well. Odiambo finds Boisher. Now it's Kayo. Out wide for Breitmeyer. Ball cleared into touch. You know Breitmeyer is always hungry for goals. He'll want to get one here in the final 10 minutes. Breitmeyer into the middle for Kayo, dropping it back for Ibarra. Now Cawley, Boisher in some space. Out to the left side for Rosen. Montoya tried the back heel to find Rosen. It was off the defender. Carson Brinks for Kalamazoo. Anywhere will do in that instance for Jack Cawley. Calmly sweeping the ball from midfield out past the end line for a goal kick. Elijah Michaels has been a very busy man in goal for Kalamazoo this evening. Plenty of action. Unfortunate for him, he conceded 4. He and Kalamazoo, I should say. And it has to be said as well that Elijah Michaels, not much he could have done on any of those occasions in goal. Excellent finishes for all 4. Breno brings it out for Breitmeyer. Now it's Kayo winning a throw-in. Well, at this stage in the match for Elijah Michaels and Kalamazoo, there will be some pride about not conceding another. And again, like I had discussed in the first half with Fletch, at a certain point it is about winning the half and trying to make the most of the situation. Kalamazoo have held off the Mighty Oak through almost 40 minutes of this second half. We'll see if AFC can add a final cherry on top of this Sunday and make it 5. Breno finds Ibarra. And Ibarra will drop it back across the field for Cawley. Cawley now looking out towards the left touchline for Rosen. Rosen cuts inside on his right foot. Sees the run in the middle from Kyle Breitmeyer. It was cut out, though, by the Kalamazoo defense. Breno steps in to win possession back for AFC Ann Arbor. Odiambo on the ball now. He finds Breitmeyer. Breitmeyer from outside the box has an effort. It's deflected. Elijah Michaels won't be able to keep it in. It's a corner kick for AFC. 7 minutes remaining. More pressure from the men in sky blue. Looks like with Liati on the bench, it will be Jordan Montoya to come over and take this corner. And you see 5 in the box. Ibarra on the edge. Mighty Oak want to grab one more here. Taken short for Boisher, though. Now Montoya into the mix towards the back post. It's over Elijah Michaels. It's a good, dangerous ball. No runners at the back post, though, to try and head that one home. Montoya with the right idea there, but nobody able to capitalize and make it 5-0. Now Turnbull winning a header. Ibarra clearing the pressure there. Kayo wins the throw and takes it quickly, looking to find Odiambo in behind the defense. No offside from a throw-in. Odiambo was trying to get in behind there, and in the end the Kalamazoo defense was aware of it enough to stop the attack. Kayo looks out to the left for Rosen. He finds him in stride. Taken down nicely by Rosen, who goes towards the end line. Looking to beat his defender there. Wasn't able to do so. Miscontrolled there from the Kalamazoo winger. Another AFC throw-in. Turnbull finds Breitmeyer. Now it's Breitmeyer coming down the right. His touch a little bit heavy. Rolls out of play. 5 minutes remaining at Skyline. As it stands, Kalamazoo will remain on 8 points, barring any unforeseen 4-goal flurries from the visitors. Here come Kalamazoo now. Donovan Michael in behind in the end. Unclear if he was offside, but the referee has pulled it back for the foul in the middle. And of course the players asking some questions there, why the advantage wasn't played. Donovan Michael was in behind everyone and running in one-on-one with Nick Berry in goal. He never caught up to it though, as the referee pulled it back for the foul. Almost a case of a curse of the commentator there. Free kick taken quickly. As Boisher doing well to win the ball back for AFC. It has been all Mighty Oak here this evening. Ibarra finds Montoya, but just a few inches too far on the wrong side of that yellow line. Tossed into the middle. Good pressure from Kayo. Ball coming out to the left side from Kalamazoo was over everyone. And Turnbull, who's seen more of the ball with his hands than his feet over the last 15 minutes or so, takes yet another throw-in. Breno calm in possession. Finds Breitmeyer. He and Ibarra get things clear. And going the other direction, now it's Cawley. Square for Breno. The Brazilians, Breno and Kayo linking up there. As Breno looks for a long ball out to the left, it's intercepted. Jake Rosen intercepting it again. Now it's Odiambo. Finding Breitmeyer on the right side. Breitmeyer on the move, coming into the box. Onto his right foot, looking for Ibarra with the late run. Cleared out to midfield. Again, Turnbull throws it in for Breno. Now it's Kayo. Odiambo. Had a strong performance, Odiambo. Looks like he will go the full 90. Kalamazoo trying to get something back, maybe for pride at this point. Just about 1 minute remaining in regular time. Ibarra doing the dirty work. And Cawley playing Rosen, who will try and take things clear. He'll drop it back for Ibarra, who just boots it upfield. Little back heel flick there from Kalamazoo doesn't come off, and Kyle comes away with it. Ball drop back for Breno. Fans, as we have another update in the NPSL. Halftime, Detroit City and Milwaukee Torrent. As it stands, it's 0-0. Both of those teams certainly will be looking for all 3 points in the second half. Now it's Cawley. We are into the 90th minute of play, and we will keep you posted on stoppage time. And a pretty uneventful second half. To remind you, it was 4 goals in 15 minutes for AFC Ann Arbor. The difference in this one, and some special goals in there. Azad Liati beating 3 or 4 players. Michael Shakely slamming one into the top corner from the top of the box. Jordan Montoya getting involved on the left side in behind the goalkeeper and the defense, and clipping the ball over everyone and making it 3-0. And finally Michael Shakely, another strong finish to make it 2 for him and 4 on the night for AFC Ann Arbor. We are into stoppage time now, as the referee holds up his board. It looks like it'll be 2 minutes added on. That's 2 minutes for Kalamazoo to try and find a goal. Nick Berry couldn't deal with it by grabbing it. He just punched it clear. Turnbull finds it, looking for Odiambo on the right side. Chris Odiambo couldn't keep it in play. Things winding down here at Skyline. Truly was a dominant performance from the Mighty Oak. As Odiambo bicycle kicks it into the path of Kyle Breitmeyer, Elijah Michaels had to come out 30 yards or so from his own goal. Michaels did do that and cleared it well, but the Kalamazoo striker, who was trying to get on the end of his clearance, was offside. As you see Nick Berry in no particular rush to take this goal kick now. Things certainly starting to, free kick rather, starting to slow down a little bit. In the end, it looks like it's Breno who will take it. Nick Berry gives him a shout, and Breno does leave it. Berry going into the middle, trying to find Breitmeyer. Ball falls for Odiambo. Now it's Boischer. Odiambo tried to get out of the way and win a throw-in. It's off his foot last. As the Kalamazoo throw-in comes quickly. Breno and Turnbull. Very busy men here this evening, but both with extremely solid performances. Nice one-touch pass with the outside of the boot from Cauley, and that will do it at Skyline High. Fans, what a performance from AFC. The Mighty Oak were level with Kalamazoo for the opening half hour. 15 minutes or so to close out the first half. Saw 4 goals. First coming through, Azad Liati taking it past 3 defenders. Going towards the right side of Elijah Michael in goal. After that, it was Michael Shakely, the man of the match. Audi of Ann Arbor man of the match, Michael Shakely, scoring his first of 2 from the top of the box. Jordan Montoya tearing down the left side, added a third. Finally, it was Michael Shakely getting his second and AFC Ann Arbor's 4th. Fans, it finishes here at Skyline High School. AFC Ann Arbor 4, Kalamazoo FC 0. Takes the point total for this season in the NPSL. 9 matches played, 7 matches won, 2 draws, no losses. Only 2 goals conceded for the Mighty Oak, and 23 out of a possible 27 points for Eric Rudland's men. Fans, thank you very much for joining us. It has been a pleasure as always. I'm your host, Michael Kreutzma. We will see you next time.